Exonerate sustain not based on original complaint, 128-18.
So this case, I would like to just maybe table it. This is a use of force case, and I watched the videos today that I've been provided. I guess not all of the videos that we have made it onto SharePoint. And the videos that I did watch certainly made me want to watch the rest of them. I think this would be a really good case to have a discussion about in the committee. So I'm hoping we could consider tabling this case so that the CRC could talk about it.
I'm sorry, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this the one where the guy, the complainant had said that there was people putting child pornography?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, can we get a motion or?
Do you want?
Didn't I make a
discussion?
motion?
That wasn't a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I so move.
Okay.
I'll second that.
The motion is to table.
Table it. Yeah.
Table it so the CRC can look at it.
Okay. I don't know if tabling is the right word. Go ahead.
No, I'm curious, what has brought it to this point on the agenda now? I mean, how did it get here? Was it not reviewed by the CRC?
No, it's been reviewed several times by the CRC.
Any comment?
Well, I think Chair Vandenberg, she had an interesting point that there was a couple of videos that we weren't able to watch, and it was based on, Director Harness couldn't get them on evidence.com, and he put them on SharePoint, but there's a couple that we weren't able to access.
So you're looking for more information, more data? I'm not understanding why we have to.
Just to review to build in some additional time to review the extra videos, because basically this was a use of force case, but it wasn't reported. But the civilian made a complaint to us, so we ended up getting it even though it hadn't been reported. The CPOA has, in its recommendations, has sustained that there is a violation in it having not been reported. The video that I saw today is the first 2 minutes of the incident. So the video begins right as force is applied, the video cuts out, and then all of the rest of the videos that I was able to see are after the rest of the force. And so the large majority of the force was not viewable by today like we had hoped it would be, or I had hoped it would be. And I think was the intention of putting it on this part of the agenda. And so I think those videos, it sounds like they exist, because it sounds like not all of the videos we have were on SharePoint, and that was my point of access for the videos today. And so I am wanting to, I don't know, table it, do whatever you call it, so that I can watch the rest of the videos and so that everyone else can also.
Okay, Mr. Harness, is there any way you can make that available?
Chair Waits, I uploaded a video that would go onto SharePoint. There was one video that would not make it up onto SharePoint. I guess I'm struggling. At what point is there going to be some reliance on the investigators in our agency to put forth findings and a product that everyone that reviews all of our investigations in full finds them to be good investigations, fair investigations, accurate investigations. This is we're going to kick this one back for a third time. To what end?
Tina, did you have a comment?
Yeah, Chair Waits, what I'd like to provide is the POB policies and procedures regarding the POB review. It provides that the POB shall review the proposed findings and recommendations the executive director prepares and shall by a majority vote of members present, and then there's 5 choices. The first, approve the findings and recommendations as proposed. 2, approve other findings and recommendations as the POB determines are supported by the investigation file. 3, defer action on the matter to allow for further investigation or analysis by the executive director. 4, return the findings and recommendations to the CPOA for editing, proofreading, or other requested improvements to the draft. And 5, findings and recommendations returned to the CPOA pursuant to these subsections herein shall be returned to the POB for a final review, again pursuant to the subsections contained herein.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion on the floor to defer. And a second, correct?
Yeah, I need a
Can I get a
second.
second? Valerie seconding. Any other questions?
I do have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, because I haven't seen the findings letter, so I don't know exactly where that stands. Is the only thing that was investigated the complaint or the idea that because it hadn't been reported that was the only issue? Okay, what were the issues that your investigators looked at?
Chair Waits, Vice Chair Galloway, the complainant is actually the person on whom force was used. He complained about a separate issue, that the police had come to his house, and he complained about the police presence and the interaction, and that he was then detained and for a mental health observation. The issue was that force was used, the force was within policy, but it wasn't reported properly. And so that's why there was a finding of sustained not based on the original complaint. There was not an original use of force complaint. Through the investigation, that's what was revealed.
Okay, and I'm sorry, the force your investigative team believed was in policy?
Chair Waits, Vice Chair Galloway, that's correct.
And can you explain, just so I understand, because I'm not as familiar with that stuff, why? And I'll just give you my perspective from looking at the video that was on SharePoint. He, the complainant, appeared to have his back turned from the officers, was reaching in to grab a shovel, if I'm not mistaken, because he was doing some cleanup around his yard, right? And like that was what was said, but I don't know the backstory. I'm just looking at what I saw. So I'm asking that question: why was that in policy? Because he didn't appear to be a threat just from the lapel video, but I don't have the full story. So
Chair Waits, Vice Chair Galloway, what the investigation reveals is that he was in his backyard. He was around hand tools. He was refusing to stand. He was refusing to stay in one place. He was refusing to listen to the directives of the officers. With those hand tools and other objects there, which he had access to, which he would continue to move around and move towards, the officers felt that it was in their safety to place him in handcuffs because he was refusing to comply with their directives. I mean, I will have to go back and I will have to read for you verbatim the investigation and all of the details.
he was known to be a mental health, I don't know, candidate, patient, like there were known issues, correct? If I remember correctly?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe further attempts to de-escalate might have been warranted, but I don't know.
Okay, let's keep this moving.
I want to respond to your comment about when do the investigators get the benefit of the doubt. I think if you look at all the lists of cases that we've looked at, over these last 4 years, most of them, by far, have been approved by this board. And I object to you saying that we're not supportive of staff, because that's not true. We have questions, and that's our job to do that, okay? And so don't say that. It's a mistake to say that we shouldn't question what your staff has done. Our job, like your job is for IA, to assess the quality of the investigation, your job is to do the same, and our job is to assess it from you. And so I just want to be on record as saying I find that remark inappropriate. We are doing our job. The fact that you don't like it doesn't mean it's not our job. It is our job, and that's what we're doing.
Well, and I think
Chair Waits, Member Fine,
Let's get it in order.
my point is that it's being made on incomplete information, that questioning the investigation is one thing, but I think that there needs to be a basis on which to question the investigation, and that basis should be by reviewing the investigation.
and if I may,
All right.
I think that for me, if just again on what I've seen, if that policy, if those officers were in policy, then I think my next question would be, is that policy as it should be, or are there issues with that we need to go back and look at as well, because it did seem to escalate very quickly, but it's.
Chair Waits, Vice Chair Galloway, bear in mind that the previous version of 252 use of force policy is what is still in place.
Good point. Thank you.
All right, we have a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are moving it forward. Well, to defer it, that's what I meant. Okay.
Would you restate the
let's-
motion, please?
Yeah. All right, the motion is to defer or send it back to committee. Motion and second, Valerie seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Aye. Okay. 4-2.
Christopher Architect? Yeah. Sometimes he has like a knife, like a shield. Hey, Christopher. How you doing?
What the fuck is this?
We're just here to talk to you. I'm Officer Martinez with the Albuquerque Police Department.
I don't give a fuck. I don't like you guys rolling up on me like this.
No, we're not rolling up on you. We just want here to talk to you.
What's up, son?
Okay.
Four of you?
What's going on today?
Taser away, man.
Hey,
You're gonna come at me with your hands, bro.
Nobody's coming at you
Chris, I don't know if
anyway.
you remember me, man. We were here talking with you a few months ago.
I remember you.
Remember that guy? He had like a...
Put your taser away. I'm extending my hands to you.
I'll give you knuckles.
What's up, man?
What's going on today?
Nothing. Why?
Did you call police for help?
I got somebody fucking accessing my internet shit, man. And they're accessing fucking child pornography. And I wanted to call in and make a report on it.
That somebody's hacking into
I'm not a child pornographist. If I'm gonna watch porn, it's gonna be adult porn, and it's gonna be fucking grown-ups. Not fucking children, man. That's disgusting.
So is it like popping up on your computer, on your phone, or what
All
kind?
my fucking devices.
How many devices do you have?
I got my TV, my fucking, let me turn this down.
Hold on, well, it's alright, you can come over here. It's fine.
Yeah, well,
We can see.
you know, it's my phone, my, what do you call it, the tablet,
Yeah.
and my television. Got big ass screen TVs in there.
Are you the only one here?
Yeah.
Do you mind if one of my partners just checks, make sure you're the only one here, just for our safety? Is that okay with you?
As long as I'm with them.
Is it okay if you just kind of stand outside? They're not going to take anything.
No, I don't, if you want to see, you're welcome to come with me. I know you. Come on.
No, we're fine. We're hanging out here. It's fine.
I'm going to turn this down so that we can talk.
No, we're fine. We're fine. We don't need it down.
Right there.
No, it's cool.
You can visually see me. See my hands.
just this little room you have right here?
Huh?
Just a little room that you have right here? Okay.
Come on in.
No, come over here. We can start over here. No, it's all right. It's all right.
I mean, don't worry, I'm not pulling my swords on you.
No, that's all right. We don't want you to get any close to that anyways. We'll just come talk over
Don't
here.
worry about it. I mean, trust me. If I want, there's stuff all over. Right there.
So how's it been going since the last time we were out here, Chris?
It's all right, man.
Good dad.
Doggy's super stupid.
Why don't we come take a seat over here? Just go take a seat over here,
Hold on,
okay?
I'm gonna pick up dog shit, man.
No,
You guys came to see me? I mean, you guys talk to me. I'm not.
well, we don't want you walking around, so we appreciate if you walk.
I'm picking up dog shit. I don't feel like stepping on it.
Okay. All right. Let me put that down. No.
Get your hands off me, man. Hey, get your hands off me.
Hold on.
Dude,
Dave, don't.
I'm not resisting.
Oh, yes, you are now.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're resisting arrest.
Chris, calm down, brother.
What am I getting arrested for?
Roll to your left. Roll to your left. Roll to your left.
Dude, all I'm doing is trying to pick up dog shit.